So Jeremy, let's start with the first script is how do you position Mortgage Coach prior to sending the email with the link? You know, give us some scripting, give us some framing around that.
My process is I don't meet with anyone ever until we have at least a 15-minute consultation call, all right? And in that call, it sounds almost exactly like this every time. So if Josh referred me Dave, and Josh is a realtor partner, I would be on the phone with Dave, and I would say something like, Dave, so glad that we could connect. I really look forward to helping you. You were referred to me by Josh Meadow. How did you meet Josh? And Dave would say, oh, you know, he was referred to me from a friend at daycare. Our kids go to daycare together. And I say, that's awesome. You could not be hooked up with a better person. I love working with Josh, and you were in great hands. And so you have to honor the referral source. That's always the first thing that I do. Now, the second thing that I always do after I honor that referral source of where they came from and how lucky they are, et cetera, is ask them this one question. So, Dave, how can I help you today? And you shut up, okay? This is where we all make that critical mistake. We feel like we have a lead on the phone and it's time to sell, right? Mostly because we're insecure. Most salespeople are insecure. I'm actually very insecure, and so I'm always looking for ways to, you know, build myself up to be that mountain. And the critical mistake that we make is we launch into selling mode of, here are the top 3 reasons why you would use me. Here's my unique selling proposition. And the person is on the other end going like, oh my gosh, and they start thinking arrogant. They start thinking, wow, I'm being sold right now. We aren't there to serve that person, and we're not showing that we care about that person on the other end. So I literally ask them, Dave, so tell me how I can help you. And you literally let them talk. Give your undivided attention. Take notes. They're going to give you all the information that you need to be influential to that person, to make an impact for that person, and to know what the next step is. So after I ask them that one question, and I might have a few follow-ups depending on what Dave's answers are, I explain to them that the next step is I'm going to create, you know, a video presentation for you with a PDF attached as well. You can simply watch the video presentation by clicking on the link, and I'm going to show you some different loan options based upon the information that you just gave me that will solve either your problem, so I either use those words, it'll either solve your problem, or we'll give you some insight on how we can move forward and accomplish your goals. So that's the key right there, Dave, is explaining to them, listening, and then telling them what they're going to get, and then giving it to them. I mean, it really is that simple.
The only thing I think I would add before we go to the next script is it's really important, what is the next question you ask? It's the question after the question that makes the difference. So,
yes.
So those next 1 to 2 questions after that question that are tailored, that are relevant, that's the difference between going deep and really helping people and not.
And everyone on the call, here's the thing, right, is that I have learned that the more I simplify everything, the bigger I can grow. The more I simplify everything, the bigger I can grow. And it has to be simple. And what Dave, what you just said is spot on, is that when you ask the question, how can I help you, all you're doing is opening the door. You're opening that floodgate for them to give you all the information that you need to ask the next question. Now, here's the hard part, right, is that it's not really possible to truly script your next question, because everyone is going to, if you don't listen, you're going to miss what the question should be, right? So there's like lists of questions. Let me give you a great example. Yesterday, the lady named Celeste was referred to me from a realtor. I get on the phone with her. I honor the realtor, Robin. Hey, Robin's so great. How'd you meet her? She met her at daycare, blah, 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 blah. And I ask her, how can I help you? And she gives me the information, right? She's like, well, I want to buy a house. I'm married, but I have never owned a home before, so I think I'm considered a first-time home buyer. But my husband was married previously, and he has a foreclosure that's about 2 years old. I heard that we can get a loan after 2 years, but I've talked to 3 different lenders, and they just keep telling me that maybe now is not the right time, but I don't know why. And what? So she gave me all that information, right, Dave? Right, Josh? I mean, she gave me what my next questions are going to be. But if you're not listening and you're not engaged and your first question isn't in reference to what they need, then you're never going to be able to transfer trust and close them quickly. So I only talked to this woman for 15 minutes on the phone, but she told me at the end of the call, I can't tell you how great this was talking to you. This was the best experience I've had. I've talked to 4 other lenders, and you just laid out exactly when, why, and how I'm going to buy with my current situation, and I can't tell you how great I feel about it. It says after I told her she can't buy for another year. So you have to make sure that you first open up that door for people to share with you, all right, what their unique experience is going to look like.